That's it. So on our backs with the knees bent, feet to the floor. That's it. Just let your hands kind of open out to the sides, palms open. So just let the shoulders feel open, the shoulder blades snuggle down the back a little bit. Let's take in a few deeper breaths. I'm starting to feel the breath rise and fall into the belly. Bringing in that more audible tone to the breath. And stretch the toes open into the mats. Just give the toes a wriggle. And then as you next exhale, just press slightly through the heels of the feet. So you feel the lower spine pull down in towards the ground. The tailbone feels like it's slightly tucking. As you inhale, release that pulling down, so the back very gently kind of arches. And as you exhale again, lightly press into the feet, pull the abdominals down, spine presses to the mat. Just keep that going, quite a subtle little pelvic rolling or rocking with the breath. And if you can really relax the head and relax the neck, see if that movement of the pelvis moves the spine, and therefore maybe it just slides the head around on the mat a little bit. So it should naturally feel like as you're inhaling and you come into that mini back bend, the chin draws towards your throat or towards your chest. And as you exhale and the spine pulls down to the floor, the chin will nudge back towards the wall behind you. Couple more breaths like that. Next time you've exhaled and the spine is on the ground, just holding there. Pick up the right leg, followed by the left leg, so you're at 90 degrees with both of your legs. Fan the toes. Keep that lower back pulling down to the floor, but keep the knees stacked over the hips. So the abdominals are having to do the work rather than your legs helping you. Flex the feet, so heels are pressing out. And then gently just interlace the hands together under the back of the head, keeping the head heavy into the hands, elbows wide to start with. Take a full breath in. Hold the breath and place your right heel just down to the floor. Then as you exhale, press into that heel and pull the abdominals and the spine down to the floor. Inhale, float the foot back up again. On the holding of the breath, place the left heel onto the mat. Exhale, press into it, pull the abdominals and the spine down. Inhale, float the foot up. Hold the breath, place the right heel to the floor. Exhale, pull the abdominals and the spine down. Inhale, float the heel up. Hold the breath, left heel connects to mat. Exhale, press it into the floor, abdominals and spine pull down. Inhale, float the foot up, holding. Interlacing the hands still under the back of the head. Lift the head up, the elbows reaching skyward so the head can tip back and rest into the hands. Think armpits lifting towards the ceiling. Draw down the belly and the back again into the floor. Take a full breath in. Same heel strike action. So the exhale pushes the right heel into the ground, belly and abdominals pull down as the elbows reach higher. Inhale, float the foot up. Exhale, left heel to the floor, reaching elbows and armpits up, fully emptying the breath. Inhale, float the foot up. Exhale, right heel down. Inhale to float. Exhale, left heel down. Once more either side, inhale to lift. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Lifting both feet back up again. Place the head back to the floor. Then place the feet to the ground, hips distance apart. So we set up for a bridge pose. So unlace the fingers, so hands right at the sides. Take a full breath into belly. As you exhale, draw the belly down so the tailbone lifts off first, then peeling the spine away. All the way up to the top of the float. Let the chin draw in towards your chest. Pressing lightly through the heels of the feet, making sure the big toes stay rooted, toes spread open. On your exhale, can you tuck the tailbone a little bit further? So the tailbone reaching towards the fold of the knees. Pressing lightly through the back of the shoulders. Maybe there's a bit more space in the chest. Then using your following exhale, just to close the lower ribs down a little bit into that lift. Nice streamlined slope from the knees to the shoulders. Engage the inner thighs towards each other very slightly. Keep breathing. Feel the heat and the work coming into the legs, the glutes, but the space and lengthening staying with that lower spine. Soften through the neck, through the shoulders. Deepen into the breath. On your next inhale, lift the hands towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, take the hands back behind you so the back of the hands comes to the floor, fingernails to the ground, spread the fingers open. Take another full breath in, keeping hips lifted. As you exhale, keep reaching back through the hands, but roll the spine very slowly to the floor. Keep the abdominals pulling inwards so the pelvis stays free, so the tailbone is then the last thing to roll into the ground. Keep the arms back behind you. When you're fully rooted, take another full breath in, that mini back bend, arch the spine. Exhale, draw the spine down, curl the tailbone up, coming into bridge again. Holding here. Take the arms a little bit wider if that's more comfortable for neck and shoulders. Keep working into the breath, again scanning the body, make sure the heels are rooted, the toes are connected, inner thighs draw towards each other. Tailbone is tucking, lower ribs in, shoulders are soft. Think of everything and nothing at the same moment. Take another couple of breaths. Take a full breath in. Using your exhale, slowly roll the spine back into the floor. Bring the pelvis closer to the heels of your feet as you come down. When you're rooted, bring the arms around into more of a cactus position, elbows in line with shoulders. Again, spread the fingers open so fingernails stay to the floor. Then just give the knees a gentle rock side to side, but keep the elbows, the hands, and the shoulders rooted. You can make it as big or as small as feels good for your back. Start to turn the head in the opposite direction to the knees. So knees go to the left, the head will turn towards the right, and vice versa. Keep it rolling. And then the third little stage to add in with a thought is as your head turns towards your right hand, press that left arm and hand into the floor, and vice versa. So you press the arm behind you into the ground. So maybe you deepen into that stretch across the neck or the chest. See how it feels. When you're about even, bring yourself back to the center again. Hug the knees in towards your chest with the hands around the shins. Taking a gentle rock side to side there on your spine, just kind of massaging your back into the floor. And then bring the legs back into that 90 degrees again, hands interlacing around to the back of the head, lifting the head and shoulders up. Take a full breath in here at the center. As you exhale, reach the right foot forwards and bring your right hand to press into the left thigh. Push them together and keep reaching that left elbow over towards the left, so your upper body is still in the twist towards left leg, but the hand and the leg press towards each other. Staying there, take another breath. As you exhale, make sure that spine is really pulling down to the floor. As you inhale, come back to the center. So as you exhale, left leg is going to lengthen forwards. The left hand comes onto the right thigh. Make sure the head is still supported in the right hand. Keep reaching the upper body over to the side into the twist, but find the resistance between palm and thigh. Take a full breath in where you are. As you exhale, pull the spine into the floor, tuck the tailbone. Inhale back to the center, good. Once more either side. So as you exhale, right leg reaches forwards, right hand comes to left thigh. Press them, and connect the spine into the floor, engaging those lower transverse abdominals. Take another breath, engaging deeper. As you inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, left leg straightens, left palm to right thigh. Take a couple of breaths. See where you can soften, see where you can deepen. Inhale, come back to the center. Place the head to the floor, the hands around the shins, relax it. Take a gentle rock side to side. And then when you're ready, rock yourself through to seated, coming straight over into an all fours position. Spread the fingers open into the ground. And just take a few little cat-cow rolls through the spine, or rolling the ribs around in circles, or the hips around the knees, any way you feel good to go. Just get open into the back and into the shoulders and into the neck. Take a couple of deep breaths like you're breathing on purpose. Coming into turbo dog from here. So take the hands just a nudge further forwards. Drop the elbows towards the ground and then squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Rounding through upper back, so push open through shoulder blades, gazes towards your thighs. Now, if you push into your little fingers or the little finger edge of the hand, see if you can help engage a little bit deeper into the serratus, which is the muscle that draws the shoulder blade into the back of the ribs. You can just feel that muscle helping you wrap the shoulders around the back ribs. Stay where you are, take a full breath in. As you exhale, shift the shoulders forwards towards the wrist a little bit further. Stay in that engagement. Stay opening through shoulder blades. Take a full breath in, tuck the toes. As you exhale, lift the knees just to hover the same height as the elbows are. Do not move the upper body at all. Keep rooting down through that little finger edge of the hands. Stay with that serratus, the softness with the neck. Take another full breath in. Now keep the upper body as it is, but exhale to straighten the legs up a little bit higher, lift the hips. Stay low into the elbows. Drop the elbows towards the floor, squeeze them in towards each other. Try and round through that upper back a little bit further. Take a full breath in. Now as you exhale, straighten the arms back into your full downward dog, but keep pressing through little finger edge of the hands, so we stay with that wrapping of underneath the shoulder blades. Paddle the feet, just get the legs moving into that. Let's stay with the engagement of upper back. Take a few deeper breaths. Try and relax the abdominals inwards. Just notice how the abdominals are feeling. If they're tensing outwards, can they soften inwards? We support the spine. Now on your next inhale, wave the body forwards into your plank position. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, bring the knees to the floor and the chest to the ground, half chaturanga, elbows hug in. Slide forwards and up, take a cobra, shoulders down, reach the toes back. Exhale, bring the chest back to the floor. Inhale to all fours. And exhale back into downward dog. Find that wrapping of the shoulder blades, that softening inwards of the abdominals. Take a squat through the legs. So just deep bend into the knees and see if you can tip the sit bones and the tailbone further upwards, lengthening that lower spine. Even more bend in the knees bone edge, get even deeper, chest to thighs. Yeah, good. From there, as you inhale, press through the feet, roll back forwards to plank, breathing in all the way there. Exhale again, half chaturanga, knees and chest to the ground. Inhale, sliding forwards and up. This time, exhale takes you all the way back into your downward facing dog, all the way there. Take 3 deep breaths here, either moving or in stillness. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Bring the gaze towards the hands. We'll start walking the feet up to a forward fold at the top of the mats. Holding there, release the wrists, give them a roll out. Give the body a gentle sway side to side. Maybe there's still a bend in the knees at this phase of the practice. But see if you can relax the head, lengthen the upper spine. Again, just pay attention to how the abdominals feel. So if you feel like you're tensing or pulling forwards with it, just see if you can maybe take a bit more bend in the knees if you need to, but relax the abdominals. You feel them kind of scoop inwards over a phase of time, that in Uddiyana Bandha. Take a deep breath, feel the back ribs move with your breath. And rooting down through the feet, soft bend in the knees. You just slowly roll yourself through to standing. Take your time. We've been upside down a little while. When you get to standing, roll the shoulders down your back, just holding Tadasana, your mountain pose, feet rooted, hips distance. Spread the toes open into the floor as wide as you can. Close your eyes. Just become aware of your inner thighs without moving your legs, but inner thighs draw towards each other. Just kind of switch them on. Without dropping the tailbone or tucking it, just lengthen the tailbone downwards to see if you can lengthen the lower back. That might also be cued by pulling in gently the lower abdomen, just having that sense of held without bracing. So as you breathe, you should still feel that space of the abdomen move. You can feel the sides of the ribs move. Let's turn the palms to face forwards the way that you're facing, so you have a sense of openness about your presence. Take a deep breath. And on your next inhale, take the arms wide to the sides and up to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Go wide again with the arms as you come back into your forward fold. Take a halfway lift as you inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, step the right leg back behind you, place the knee down to the floor. Arms are going to go wide again to the sides and up to the ceiling as you breathe in. And wide to the sides and down as you come into your plank position. Inhale at plank. Exhale forwards and down, half or full chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog over the toes, shoulders down. Exhale back into your downward facing dog, still finding that wrapping of the shoulders. Take 2 full breaths. Inhale for 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Lift the left leg high, take a full breath in. As you exhale, step through to between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted this time. Push through the front heel. Arms go wide out to the sides and up. Take a full breath in. And wide back to the floor as you find your forward fold at the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift again as you inhale. Exhale, fold into legs. Left leg steps back behind you. Place the knee down to the floor. Arms go wide to the sides and up to the ceiling. Exhale, wide and down. Step back into plank. Take a full breath in. Exhale, full or half chaturanga. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhaling 1. Exhale. Inhaling 2. Exhale. Lift the right leg, take a full breath in. As you exhale, step through to between the hands, keep the back knee floating, wide to the side of the arms and up, take a full breath in. Exhale into forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold into legs. Inhale as you roll all the way to standing, arms wide and up, full breath into ribs. Exhale, repeat the forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. Soften into the legs, right leg back, place the knee to the floor. Exactly the same sun salutation. So arms wide and up, breathe in. Wide and down, exhale to plank. Inhale at plank. From forwards and down, chaturanga. Inhale, forwards and up, open the chest. Exhale, back into downward dog. Tailbone lifting, inhale 1. Exhale, abdominals in. Inhale 2. Exhale. Lift the left leg high, breathing in. Exhale, step through to between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted, arms wide and up, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold, left leg steps back, knee to the floor. Arms wide and up, inhale. Exhale into plank position. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhaling 1. Exhale. Inhaling 2. Exhale. Lift the right leg up, breathe in. Exhale, step through to between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted, arms wide enough as you breathe in. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, soften into legs, coming all the way to standing, breathing in, arms wide and up. Going straight back into the fold again as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhaling. Right leg steps back, knee to the floor. Arms wide and up, pausing there. Interlace the fingers together and place the head into the basket of your hands. Hug the elbows inwards towards the temples. Now gently lift the breastbone up as though the elbows are pointing towards the ceiling. Allow the head to completely drop its weight into the hands. This is brain cradle. Now use your thumbs in that crease of the neck underneath the skull, that occiput ridge of your skull. And just give your neck a little bit of a massage with your tip of your thumbs. Keep breathing wide and full into the ribs and keep pressing through that front heel. So maybe your left glute and hamstring are engaged. On your next inhale, reach the fingers up towards the ceiling, inhaling. Bring the hands to the floor. You're coming into half monkey, straightening the front leg. So wriggle the front foot forwards a bit if we need to and flex the front foot. Now, if you're taking care of your knees, you can pause here for a few breaths. If you want to keep it flowing, we're going to roll back into your lunge position and lift the hands up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, we come back into that half monkey. Just taking 2 or 3 more of those. Inhale, forwards and up. Exhale, back into half monkey. Inhaling, forwards and up. Exhale back. So last time to lift the hands up. This time as you exhale, come back into plank position. Hands down, foot back. Holding plank. Breathe in. Slow chaturanga. Come forwards and down for a count of 3, 2, 1. Inhale, then lift the chest up. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Lift the left leg high. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step it through. Keep the back knee lifted. Bring the arms wide to the sides and up. Breathe in. Exhale into forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, soften to legs. Left leg steps back, knee down. Bring the arms up wide and up to the ceiling, holding there. Interlace the fingers, finding the brain cradle. So interlace the hands behind the head. Hug the elbows in, and then reach the elbows up towards the ceiling. Allow the head to drop its weight into your hands. Use your thumbs to just massage into the top of the neck, the base of the skull. Breathing wide into ribs. Make sure that right glute and right hamstring feel pretty switched on. Let it feel pretty juicy. Take a nice deep breath. And then inhale, lift the hands back up to the ceiling. As you exhale, half monkey or half Hanumanasana, straightening the front leg, flex the foot. Again, you can stay here for 4 or so deep breaths if you'd rather, otherwise we keep flowing. So inhale brings you forwards and up as you inhale. Exhale, coming back into half monkey. Inhale, forwards and up. Exhale, hinging back. Inhale. Exhale. Now last time to lift, breathe in. Exhale brings you to plank position, hands to floor, step it back. Take a full breath in. Slow chaturanga for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, back into downward dog. Inhale for 1. Exhale, let the shoulders still wrapped. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Lift the right leg high. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, step through to between the hands. Keep back knee lifted. Bring the arms wide out to the sides and up. And exhale brings you to forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Fold into the legs as you exhale, pausing there. Let's take a couple of breaths here in this fold. See if you can now wriggle the feet together so big toes are touching. Again, as much bend in the knees as we need to. See if the fingertips can just rest to the floor. If palms can be down to the ground, see if you can take the weight into the palms, into the balls of the feet, so the heels feel light, for that lengthening a little bit deeper through the back of the legs. Soften the jaw. Doesn't matter if you dribble. From here, take a deep bend in the knees. Come back into your chair pose this time. So press the knees together and arms float up. Now soften through the shoulders. So the shoulder blades just slide down the back a little bit, softening the neck, but stay strong through the legs, strong through the glutes. Now send the hips back behind you a little bit deeper. So if you glance down, you should be able to see the toes wriggling underneath your knees. The weight is now in your heels. Without tucking tailbone, just draw those abdominals in so the tailbone is lengthening down and back like we did this standing. Take another full breath in. As you exhale, come into forward fold, re-straighten the legs. Come back into chair pose as you inhale, arms high. And exhale back into forward fold as you exhale. Once more, inhale to chair. Exhale to fold. Once more to chair, holding there. Just pick up your right heel and step it back behind you. So you come into a runner's lunge, nice and long. Now your right hand is going to come down to the floor next to your front foot. Keep the left hand lifting up. Palm is going to rotate now to the way that you're facing. Keep your front knee, your left knee, hugging inwards towards the center line of your mat. Looking up towards top hand, but stay soft with the shoulders, stay soft with the neck. Deepen the breath into that rotation. Now your top hand is going to reach back behind you, down to the floor, circling it round in front of you and up to the ceiling again. Good. Couple more deep breaths, really big generous circles, get the shoulder moving. Now next time the hand comes down, place it down next to your front foot. So we're going to come from here into your warrior three. So lunge forwards to that front leg and at the same time pushing the hands and the foot off the floor. Find the balance. Hands under heart center. Hold there. I think hips and shoulders both square to the ground. Take a deep breath. So your back knee is now going to float up towards your chest as you come to standing. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, place the foot down. You're coming back into chair pose, arms lifting. Take a full breath in. Exhale into forward fold, straightening the legs. Inhale, come back into chair. Exhale, back into forward fold. And last time to come back into chair, holding there. The left foot is going to float up and step it all the way back behind you, as far back as you can go. Left hand comes down to the floor. The right hand keeps reaching up. The palm will rotate. Look up towards that top thumb. Keep the pelvis sinking down, that front knee hugging in towards the chest. And then begin to circle the top arm. So using it to bring a bit of movement into the shoulder, into the chest or the neck. Keep the breath moving with it. On your next exhale, placing that hand to the floor, take the weight forwards, you're coming into warrior three, so transition, push up, the hands and the foot lift at the same time. Lovely, shoulders and hips square to the ground, really straight and strong through that floating leg, push out through the leg, perfect. Take another breath. That's good, balancing, bring that front, the back knee up towards your chest, breathe in. Exhale back into your chair pose, arms reaching up. Holding here. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, come to standing, hands to heart center. Just take a breath. Let it settle. So you're going to bring your right knee towards your chest. The right hand is going to hold onto the hip. Your left hand, the back of the hand comes to the outer side of the knee. Back of the hand to outer side of the knee. Press them together and then feel the abdominals draw inwards as you exhale. If the back of the hand doesn't give you enough resistance, use the palm instead. You get a stronger feel for it maybe. I'm feeling that working around maybe the right side of the waist. Take another breath. So keeping that leg exactly where it is, reach both hands up, take a full breath in. Coming into your warrior three again, so you can keep the arms reaching forwards this time, so it's a longer variation of the posture. Now gently float the toes down into your lunge, but keep the arms reaching forwards. You stay low and you stay really, really long, but the foot comes down at the back. Good, palms are facing each other, reach longer through the arms. The rib cage is just hovering above that front thigh. Now, same twist as we did in the last flow. Right hand comes down, left hand lifts up. You're turning in towards that front knee. Good. Now, stay facing this side of your mat. Push through the front heel so you lift your twisted upper body upright. Bring the left hand to find the back thigh and the right hand to lift further up to the ceiling. So you kind of just keep spinning that twist. Try to keep the shoulders still facing the left side of your mat. Lovely. Now reach the left hand up to the ceiling, square out your spine, so you're reaching high in that runner's lunge. Now take a little dip into your back knees, so the knees drawing towards the floor. Keep a slight feeling of the abdominals pulling in, the tailbone drawing down. So you really want to feel an opening through the front of your right hip. See if you can feel into that. Shift the pelvis forwards a little bit. Soften the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. From here, we turn around to the right, so we come into your warrior two. Just drop the back heel, arms long. Spread the fingers open and gaze over those front fingertips, making the body really upright. So just lean it towards your back leg a little bit, Judy. Yeah. If you glance down, you should still be able to see your left big toe. The knee hasn't rolled in to cover it. Keep it open. Take a deep breath. So deep breath in, and on your exhale, it's going to lead you all the way to a chaturanga. So spiral the hands down, step back and lower. Inhale, then lift the chest. Good. Exhale, back into your downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And again, inhale. And exhale. Bring the gaze to the hands, bend the knees, step, walk or jump the feet up to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, soften into the legs. Come into chair pose as you breathe in. And the exhale brings you to standing, hands to heart center. Just take a breath. The left leg is going to come up towards your chest. The left hand is just going to hold onto the hip. Now, either the back of your right hand against the outer side of the front leg. If that didn't give you enough resistance or holding on, then use the palm instead. I'm going to try and find that resistance of leg and hand pressing together like we did in the opening abdominals. So you feel the abdominals switch on, probably more so around one side of the torso than the other. Just exploring where you can feel that work, that strength. From here, bring the hands to the heart center and reaching up towards the ceiling. So you're going to float back through your warrior three, arms reaching forwards, nice and long through the body. Then slowly taking that into your lunge, but keep the body low. So keep reaching forwards with the arms. Palms facing each other. Imagine you're holding a football between the hands. So that front heel feels rooted. Bernard, lean forwards into it. Rib cage hovering above front thigh. Even more, even more. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, good. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. You're in the twist facing the front knee. Now keep facing this side of the mat. Push through the front heel so you lift your twist upright. Ooh, she says. The right hand is going to keep tipping back to find the back thigh. Left hand reaching high. Now you can stay upright here with the shoulders rotated, or you can take that into as much of a back bend as you want to take it. Lean it back if we can. Good, so from here we square it back to the center, both arms reaching high. And as you exhale, dip into that back knee. We find that hip flexor opening. So think kneecap dropping towards the floor. Think almost tucking the tailbone, hips pressing forwards. We open through the front of the left hip. Take another breath in here. And then using the exhale, turn to the left into warrior two. So front foot stays planted, back foot rotates. Spread the fingers open, drop the shoulders down, deepen into the breath. Think about a nice plumb line dropping down the spine. Take a really full breath in. Your exhale spirals the hands to the floor, leads you through your chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale for 1. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Bring the gaze to the hands, bend the knees, step, whoop, or jump the feet up. Halfway lift as you inhale, good. Exhale, fold into the legs. Take a deep bend in the knees, coming back into chair pose, arms lifting. Palms together, this time the left elbow meets the right thigh into twist. Left elbow to right thigh. So press the hands together so the thumbs come towards the sternum, and just check one knee hasn't slipped in front of the other. And my sweaty legs right now, they're harder to keep them in line. So see it from here, you can keep your knees pressing together, but pick up the left foot up towards your bum, like a little peacock. And peacock flamingo, I mean. Float it back behind you to the back of the mat, toes to the floor, keep the twist, keep the balance. Yes, good, take a breath. We're gonna come back center, reach the arms high. Find that little dip into the back knee, again, so opening out that front of the left hip. And then add in that brain cradle that we did earlier as well. So interlace the hands to the back of the head, let the head drop back and the elbows reach up. A little bit more work for balance here, but see if you can find the softness, let your body kind of melt into the pose, into the juicy bits of it. Let the breath help you get there. Good, on your next inhale, straighten up that back leg, reach the arms high, come back into your warrior 2, facing the left long line of the mat. Left hand is gonna rest to the back leg, right hand reaches up and over into reversing the warrior, and take a deeper bend into that right knee, sink into the pose, keeping the right knee opening back. Come back up to your warrior 2, head to ankle prep. So your right palm is going to come into the inside of your right knee. The left hand is going to come down to the floor, near your left foot. We'll turn to face you, it will make more sense. So right hand to inside of the knee. The legs are still in your warrior 2 position. So try to straighten your right arm, so your body presses around towards the left side of your body, left leg. That's it. Deepen into that right knee, so get a nice deep squat through it, opening out that hip. Take a really deep breath into your back. Then straighten up that right leg. So you come into a wide leg forward fold. Hands under shoulders. Just let the upper body relax over the legs. Again, relax the jaw. Relax the head. Abdominals are relaxing inwards towards the spine. There's no tension in the abdominals to bring you forwards. Take another deep breath. Just wriggle the feet in a little bit closer. You're going to come into your horse stance, or your goddess wide squat. The toes are slightly turned out, the body is upright. Bring the hands to heart center. Again, think about that plumb line through the spine. So bring the chest back as though you're sitting against a wall. Sink the hips down. Good. Just check your knees are going over the line of the toes. You can turn the toes inwards as much as you need to. Just make sure we're working that turnout so it's in line with the toes. There's no twisting going on through the knees. Make sure you're breathing, smiling, sweating as much as I am, hopefully. Holding there. Take another breath. We ain't done yet. Bring the hands to interlace together and then press the palms forward, stretch out the hands. Keep pushing so you feel the shoulder blades broaden the back and round, and then tuck the chin slightly towards the chest so the gaze is towards the floor. Just give the hands a little swing or sway side to side. So you're just stretching into your back here, distracting yourself from the work that your legs are making you do. Good. Bring yourself center, lift the hands up towards the ceiling, stay low in the squat, take a big breath in. As you exhale, round through the arms, down to the floor, straighten up the legs, back into your fold, square the feet up. Walk your hands around towards your right foot at the top of the mat. folding into your pyramid pose. So back foot turns with you. So all of your toes are facing the top of the mat. Forehead to shin. Back heel is rooted. Take the hands as far forwards as you can on the mat. And then bring this into your standing split. So in one sweep, if we can, transition the weight forwards and send the left leg up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Floating your top foot down, big toes are touching. Take a deep bend in the knees, come into your chair pose. Your right elbow is going to come to your left thigh. Pressing them together, thumbs to the heart center. Sink low, keep the knees in line. I'm going to hop up to the end of my mat again. Now pick up your right foot to point towards your bum, that little flamingo. And then float the foot back, so you come into your lunge twist. Keep the twist, keep the balance. Good, take a breath there. Now sweep the arms forwards and up to the ceiling. Adding in that hip flexor stretch, psoas stretch. So drop the back knee towards the floor. Slightly tucking tailbone, so you feel the opening at the front hip, the front of your right hip, sorry. Add in the brain cradle, so hands interlace, lifting the elbows, lift the armpits. Again, it's a strong pose, a challenge for balance. An opening for the chest. See if you can find yourself melting into it a little bit. Deeper into the breath, or smooth out the breath. As you inhale, straighten up the legs, slightly lift the arms, come round into your warrior two, drop the right heel. Right hand finds the back leg, left hand reaches up and over, reversing the warrior. Take a breath into those open ribs. And as you exhale, sink deeper into that front knee. Again, soften it where you can, or deepen it where you can. On your next inhale, come back through warrior two. So head to ankle prep, left palm to inside of left knee, right hand down near your right foot. Straighten the left arm, so you press that knee out, and the body by default will push round towards your right foot a little bit more. And keep that left knee really facing towards the front of the mat. You should feel the nice opening around the left side body, the inner thigh, the hip, inner thighs. Take another deep breath in. A little bit of cramp, straighten up the leg, come into wide leg forward fold. Bring any soft movement to it this time, so you can sway the body or bend into one knee at a time. Again, slow down the breath if the body started to get a little bit panting. Going to come back into your squat pose again. So wriggle the feet in just slightly closer. Toes are turned out. Sink into the hips. Bring the hands to heart center. Close the eyes if you can. Stay balanced. Sink deeper. Squeeze on those glutes. Get those buns working. You can see if you can find that calmness, the grounding into it. Slow down the breath. Or deepen the breath. You can breathe through the mouth, through the nose, through your ears. I don't mind, but make sure you are breathing. I bring the hands to the knees. Drop your right shoulder in towards the middle. So you're twisting to look over your left shoulder. You use that right hand to press the knee open, a little bit like that head to ankle prep. Pushing it away, lovely. As you inhale, bring the shoulders center, and as you exhale, sink the left shoulder down, pressing that left knee away. The gaze comes over right shoulder. Once more either way, inhale through the center, exhale to twist. Give the legs a little bit of a swing side to side, or move around into it somewhere. Yeah, inhale, come through center, and exhale, last time to twist. Give it a little bit of movements. Inhale, come back center, bring the hands to the floor, back into your wide leg fold. Straighten up the legs, square up the feet. And walk the hands around towards your left foot at the top of the mat. Turn the feet with you so you come into the pyramid. You can bring the back foot in a bit closer so the back heel is rooted. Fingertips stay to the floor. Forehead to shin. Take a breath. Slow it down. And walk the hands as far forward as they can come. You're going to come from here into standing splits. A little dip into the knees, rake the weight forwards, float the back foot up. It doesn't matter how high that floating leg goes, but really try and straighten it as much as you can. Shoot it away from you. Point the toes in this one. Long through the leg. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, float the foot down into your forward fold at the top of the mat. Keep the feet hips distance apart this time. Little bend in the knees if that's still more comfortable. Just take a couple of breaths here. I don't mind if the arms are dangling or holding onto the back of the legs or the big toes. Just focus on that relaxing inwards of the abdominals, that relaxing of the neck, of the jaw. A movement of your breath coming into the back ribs. And from here, take the little bend into your knees so your hands can support you on the floor if they aren't already. You're going to lift up onto the tiptoes and sit down to the heels, like a little squat. Good, so if you can take the weight off the hands, so lift your body upright, reach the hands forwards. From here, take your time, don't bruise your bum, sit down. Sit down. Use the hands if you need to. Good. Come all the way onto your back, so stay where you are, Julie. That's perfectly preempted. And then feet to the floor. Give the knees a gentle rock side to side. And then after our legs have worked so hard for us this evening, we're going to give them a nice stretch out to finish. So just lift the right leg towards the ceiling, hands interlace around the back of that thigh. We'll start with hamstring. A little bend into the knee, if that helps you find the back of the thigh right into hamstring. Slide the left leg out in a way, we should be feeling pretty open. Ready? Just bringing that leg into the placement where you get the best stretch. It doesn't mean the leg has to be straight. Flex the foot, pull the big toe back towards you. Or you can roll the ankle around. Anything that brings a bit of ease and a bit of space. Reach the right arm out to the side along the floor, palm facing up to the ceiling. And let this top leg drop over towards the left. So you find a twist into it. Keep the left hand supporting underneath the leg. Keeping the foot flexed and pressing out through the heel. Shoulders stay rooted. And maybe the gaze can turn over towards the right palm. So you bring the spiral through the spine as well. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend into that right knee as you bring everything back center. Hug the left knee in towards your chest. And take the hands around the back of the left thigh. We'll just take that with the other side. So lift the heel up, hands around the back of the thigh. Maybe there's a bend in the knee as you push the heel up. Slide the right leg out straight if it isn't already, if that feels okay with back. And finding the placement that brings you the most benefit of the stretch. That doesn't mean the leg has to be straight. So let your left arm relax out to the side, palm is facing up to the ceiling to keep the chest open. Let the floating leg drop all the way over to the right. Keep it kind of in line with the hips. Good, so the right hand is underneath it to support it or hold it in place. Push out through the heel, flex the foot. Keep that left shoulder rooted. Maybe the head turns towards the left. And take a deep breath. And take a bend into that knee as you bring everything back center. Bring the feet to the floor, take the knees for a little rock side to side, just loosen up through the back. And we'll stretch out our glutes as well if they've worked pretty hard. So lift the right foot back up again, and then ankle just resting into the left thigh, open the knee out. And keep the legs connected, arms just relax to the sides for now, but rock that connection in the legs side to side a couple of times, making it as big or as small as feels good with your back. See if you can bring knee to floor, foot to floor, making it nice and big if that feels all right. And bring everything back to center, thread the hands through the gap of the legs to hold onto the back of the left thigh, and bring the shin towards the shoulders. If the right elbow meets in the thigh, use that to press the knees open. Tailbone is rooting down, lengthen the back of the neck. If you want to up level from here, hold onto the right shin, so your right arm can thread under, so the calf muscle is in the fold of the elbow, and then take the left foot to the floor. We no longer need that. The hands and the forearm hold the leg in place. You can get both forearms under, so the ankle is in the crease of your left elbow, the calf is in the crease of the right elbow. You're looking at your jazz hands. Slide the left leg out as far as it feels good to go. Make sure you can still breathe. Take a really deep breath. Gently slide that left leg back in towards you, and then unravel the right foot so both feet are on the floor. Just give the knees a little rock side to side. And then lifting the left foot to float up. Ankle rests onto right thigh. Without using the hands, just give the knees a rock side to side in that connection to start with. And keep it small if that feels better for your back. Or if we can, tapping the floor with your foot and with your knee. And then holding center, thread the hands through. So the hands are laced around the back of the right thigh to pull the feet in towards you. Your left elbow, maybe pressing the knee further away. Tailbone is drawing down, lengthen through the back of your neck. So again, maybe this feels enough. Maybe we can take it just to that next little level. So the hand holds onto the foot. Your left arm is going to thread under the calf muscle. So calf muscle is resting into crease of elbow. Take the right foot to the floor. Maybe the ankle can tuck into the crease of the the right elbow. So you're looking at your jazz hands. The calf muscle is in the elbows. Slide the right leg away if it can, if it feels good to. If it feels forced, don't force it. Now take a couple of deep breaths. Let the breath move into belly, move into back. And slowly rebend that right leg in towards you so foot finds the ground again. And take your time to release the left foot to the floor. Take any little wriggles and adjustments that you need to, and then working your way into any rest position that feels good. Maybe just out flat and long. Now close the eyes when you're settled. Just bring the awareness to taking a body scan, so awareness to your feet. Just notice if the feet, one leg feels maybe more turned out than the other. Kind of give the feet a bit of a wiggle in and out a couple of times if you need to, and then just see where they flop. Let's bring the awareness into the pelvis. Notice if maybe you're tilting one side to the other, or if the pelvis feels slightly hitched on one side than the other. Again, feel free to give it a little bit of movement until you find that real neutral, balanced point where everything feels right in the middle. Notice if anything is feeling braced or held around the pelvis, so maybe you can just drop, just soften into your back, soften into the hips or the abdomen. Notice the weight of the back of the ribs into the ground. Is one side taking more weight than the other? One shoulder blade further up than the other? Give them a little bit of adjustment if you need to. Notice the placement of your arms. Level them out. Notice the weight in your head. Maybe the head is tilted to one side or turned to one direction. See if you can just even it out. Notice the breath. Not so easy to balance by choice, but notice if you can feel it clearer through one side of the nose to the other. Or maybe everything's feeling pretty balanced. Notice if you feel the breath move into one side of the lungs more than the other. See if you can tune into the mind. Is one side of the brain feeling a little bit more on than the other? A little bit busier or warmer? If you bring your focus point to a very central part of the brain, imagine there's a tiny little silver dot right in the middle of the head. Bring your focus into that space. And see if your whole body can just drop a little bit heavier into the floor. And begin to deepen the breaths again. Keep that sense of balance, that sense of peace, but just allow the body to move with it. With the legs a bit of a wriggle, and the feet to the floor if they aren't there already. And then take your time, bring yourself to seated in any way you know is best. Keep the eyes closed if you can. Settling into any seated posture with that same sense of balance, the same sense of softness and peace. Bring to mind one thing that you can feel grateful for today. Bring to mind one thing that you like about yourself today. And recognize how getting to your yoga mat has served you in some way today. And close that to the heart center as the palms come together. Take a full breath in, wide into the ribs. And as you exhale, bow the head to the hands. Thank you. Namaste. Well done, guys. Thank you. Well done, guys.